Alright, welcome back to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program, Target Individual Experience. So I'm going to explain to you and show you guys what the New York Predator Department does, particularly when they start to target me in a manner to try to elicit some sort of suspicion by saying, oh look, he's acting nervous or such and such and blah blah blah, right? This is to weaken the mind and to weaken your nervous system. So the use of helicopters, the use of sirens and noise, it is weaponized, right? They use it as a weapon against us. Just saying that, particularly the FAA did a study on noise in cities, right? Particularly in areas where you have black children and Hispanic children who experience more noise during the school day or the school hours than any other communities, right? And the effect that they found was that it these noise basically hampered their cognitive ability. So let's say if the teacher calls them up to do a math problem and all of a sudden sirens goes off or they hear a plane flying overhead or a helicopter flying overhead, what it does is that it hampers their ability to process the information and to actually solve their problems. Okay? So let's talk about vibrational acoustics from helicopters and sirens. Activate your nervous system stress response, triggering the fight or flight sympathetic system by releasing stress hormones, raising blood pressure, and increasing heart rates. Loud sounds are processed in the auditory cortex and amygdala, potentially altering brainwave patterns and causing physiological stress that can lead to chronic health issues. However, low frequency sound and vibration can also stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, which promotes relaxation and reduce stress. But that in itself, that so-called low frequency sound, is at a different frequency. So we're not talking about the ones that cause you to relax. We're talking about the ones that, like I said, they will elicit the fight or flight response. Your stress hormones are activated and so forth, right? Stress response sympathetic system, auditory pathway, cockpit noise and other sounds enter the air and sends as electrical signal to the brain. The amygdala activation, the amygdala, which process emotional, activates the body fight or flight response to the loud noise. Hormone release. This activation release stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. Physiological effect. This leads to the raise in blood pressure, increased heart rate, and slow digestion. All right. So again, earlier in my targeting, like I said, I used to get up in the morning, shocked by hovering helicopters, the vibration from the helicopter shaking the building. And so when you go to eat, right, you basically, because again, it slows your digestive system, so you don't eat all your meals because you are full or you feel full. See, they know exactly how to use science against us to create suspicion, right? To do these things while they have you under surveillance, because then they can say, well, look, this person is acting suspicious. Why is this person acting that? Why is they exhibiting the fight or flight when they see a police officer? He or she must have done something wrong. This is what they do to us by weakening our emotional response, and also by eliciting the fight or flight response, which most people don't even think about. All right, and the fact and how it affects us, we don't know. We don't know, right? So, brainwave changes. The noise can interfere with the balance of the cerebral cortex, leading to changes in the brain activities, inhibition of alpha wave to enhance the beta wave. Potential long-term health impact. Inflammatory. The body's stress response can inflame the endothelium, the lining of the blood vessel. As my daughter had to help her with her homework. Anyhow, so cardiovascular issues. Chronic stress from noise can contribute to high blood pressure and other cardiovascular diseases. Now, I talk about this, right? They weaponize everything against us, right? They're literally killing us and using various methods to do it, and we don't understand that. Okay? Well, I'm here to, like I said, I'm here to expose what it is that they've been doing, right? And my purpose is greater than theirs, all right? So, okay, we're not going to talk about vibroacoustic therapy stuff. That's totally different. But again, it shows you the reason why in predominantly black communities you will hear a lot of sirens going off. If you live in New York, live in Brooklyn, there are some communities where you can't even blow your horn or you get a fine. You don't even hear an ambulance unless there's a real emergency going on. But I'm showing you guys every single day when I leave the house the constant bombardment of noise. Right? And the Negropeans, the dumbasses who participate in it, don't even understand that they too are being affected by this. That's how stupid they are, right? Because they're believers, and that's all they want to do is believe, right? But I'd rather know. So again, you can go Google this yourself. You can go look up yourself. There are many different studies on these things to show exactly what it is that they're doing. All right. And like I said, in a system, Bob Marley said, in a system built by criminals, you can never expect justice. Okay, you'll be a fool to think you're gonna expect justice. These people manipulate us in ways that we don't even understand. Okay. Talk to you guys in the next video.